What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we've got a bunch of exciting Destiny 2 content to break down inside of this week's reset video. So of course it is the 25th of September, and that means weekly reset, and there's a whole bunch of new content which is pretty exciting. So some awesome new stuff is happening in Dreaming City this week. There's a lot of speculation that this will lead to some awesome quests, potentially some of those exotics we've been hunting down. On top of this, we do have a new PvP mode, as well as some new Crucible maps which have been added. So I'm going to break all of that stuff down. We've got new quests and rewards. We'll break down vendors and stuff like that. Of course, powerful gear for the week is up, and I have a few tips and some things to think about when you're actually using powerful gear. Certain powerful drops are better than others, so I'm going to break that down at the end of the video as well. But before we get into this one, this is sponsored by my friends over at Gamerlink. Now, Gamerlink have a really awesome clan and LFG app for Android and iOS. You can use the app in the traditional way to find players for particular activities, whether it's the Nightfall, raids, or to jump into the Blind Well. You'll find players in the Destiny 2 section of the app. On top of this though, there are some really cool clan features to help build persistent teams that you can keep in touch with, plan sessions, and all that kind of good stuff. Plus you'll get a really neat Houndish badge for your profile on the app if you sign up using my link down below. So I absolutely recommend that you guys check out Gamerlink if you're looking for folks to play with. So jumping into the weekly milestones right here, we've got the normal Vanguard stuff, so these are all of our powerful drops. We've got the weekly challenge for the story playlist, weekly challenge for the strike, and of course you've got the weekly Nightfall, as well as the 100,000 score to actually get the high score as well. Gambit is up as both the weekly and the daily, which is cool. Then in the Crucible, of course, we do have the weekly to actually get powerful gear. And we've got the breakthrough game mode. I'll talk about that in a moment. You'll have Flashpoint on IO, and then a heroic adventure right there for IO. And then in the tower, you've got the clan XP right there, as well as the weekly bounties for Ikora. Now inside of the Dreaming City, the curse has spread yet again. Petra is actually located in a different space on the map, so up here in Rear Sylvia, you've got the normal weekly right there. In my game, I'm guessing it's just because we're close to the reset, she's actually showing right here in this location, and this is new stuff for this week. So we've got the Dark Monastery mission, obviously a quest mission. Any of this stuff, the Ascendant Challenge or the Blind Well this week, definitely have the potential to hold some secrets, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. Also, definitely pick these up, because of course they are powerful gear bounties. And once you've picked the Dark Monastery bounty up, you will see the quest mission right here on the map. Of course, it rewards powerful gear, and we also anticipate there could be some secrets behind any of this content, like I said. We should mention that the Drifter will have his weekly bounties. Of course, the last one is capable of providing powerful gear, so definitely you don't want to miss this one. This is also a really good drop, which I'll speak about in a couple of moments. And there is the Gambit weekly bounty as well, so make sure you pick all of these up, as well as your clan bounties, or any vendor bounties for that matter, especially if they provide legendary or powerful gear, as you can get a lot of that stuff done while you're doing your base kind of weekly milestones. In the Crucible this week though, we do have some new content coming up. So we've got a new game mode called Breakthrough, and this is available in its own playlist for this week, but it is going to be added to the competitive playlist after this week. And as a quick explanation, Breakthrough is basically a mode where players fight to capture a central zone. Once one of the teams captures that, they'll be able to deploy a breaker, which will take some time, so the enemy team can actually contest that. But once the breaker is completely captured, it can be used to assault and hack the enemy team's vault. And if you successfully do this, you win the round. So basically, it's one objective, everyone's going after the same thing, and the fire team to win 3 rounds will take the match. So it's going to be a pretty interesting one. Bungie have already revealed some new PvP maps, so we've got Equinox, Firebase Echo, the Citadel, and if you're over on PlayStation, you can get Gambler's Ruin. And of course, inside of here, you can complete your weekly or any daily Crucible challenges that come up. If you're wondering about Escalation Protocol this week, you can actually acquire the shotgun. I did speak about this previously. I don't normally cover Escalation Protocol anymore, but if you are hunting down those particular weapons, then Rise of Bacon over on Reddit did post a full schedule up until December of what each of the bosses will be each week, and the weapons that will actually be dropping, so I'll link that in the description below. If you are jumping into the Nightfall this week, you have the option of the Corrupted Nightfall. You've also got Inverted Spire and Strange Terrain, and the Corrupted means that there will be some new strike-specific loot available inside of this Nightfall, so it's going to be worth jumping in, and of course you do get your powerful gear drops when you get it done. Finally, in the tower at Eververse, we've got the Poultry Petting emote right there, the Cade 6 emote. I guess. We've got Awaken the Warmind as well, and we've got a couple of sparrows you can see on screen. I'm not even going to try and say the names of all of these different vehicles because some of them are kind of unusual, but of course if you want any of these, you can spot them and you can pick them up. We've got the ornament right there for the ACDO feedback fence for the Titan, a new ornament for Tractor Cannon. We'll take a quick look right here, pretty interesting. The Machinist's Trove. We've got the Silver Bullet for the Crimson, and then, as always, we've got Transmet Effects, Shaders, all of our boons, and that good stuff. And we'll check out the Prismatic Matrix real quick right here for the week, sorry. So we've got the All Mine emote, the Sneak Attack, the Loaded Dice ornament for the Hazard of the Cast, the Denial Dance, the Swift Song Sparrow right there. We've got the Ghost Shells that you can see on screen, as well as the Ghost Projection, the Beastly Projection, and the Lucky Shot emote. So that is the Eververse inventory for this week. Now though guys, I wanted to give a few tips on powerful gear drops and which ones are actually the best. Now that may sound kind of unusual, but specific powerful gear drops are actually more potent in terms of their capacity to give you power than other ones. This is also affected by your current power level, so if you're 520 to 540, the Dreaming City powerful gear, so from Bounties, or the Heroic Blind Well tier 4, the Spider's powerful bounty, the Nightfall, the Last Wish raid, and Prime Engrams, all of those sources can drop gear with more than +1 power. So essentially when you do those, you're likely to get better drops, but these also scale, so in particular the raid as well as the Blind Well heroic mode will give you some of the highest power drops. But anything that you see on the director, which I didn't just list, will actually give you a guaranteed +1 on your maximum character level, so not on the best item that you currently have. So for example, if you have a 530 helmet on a 527 character, you could get a 528 helmet, and of course that would be lower level than the one you currently had equipped, but the reason for this is that it's actually dropping an item higher than your current character level, so that's why sometimes the powerful drops that you get can be a little bit lackluster, and for the most part those will be the ones that appear as challenges, so things like the Crucible, completing a daily strike. But from 540 to 560 that changes once again, so Dreaming City, the Last Wish raid, the Nightfall, Prime Engrams and Exotics are the only drops guaranteed to be more than +1 power, and once again raids, Prime Engrams, Exotics would be the best, and from 560 to 600 the only sources that are guaranteed to give you more than +1 would be the Last Wish, Prime Engrams, Dreaming City, Exotics, and pretty much anything else is likely to only give you +1 power. So hopefully that kind of gives you guys an idea of the best drop sources. So for example, if you only had time to do one milestone and you absolutely wanted to get the best powerful gear that you could do, I would recommend that you would go and do the Dreaming City powerful drops. This might be useful for folks who are time limited, you know, if maybe every week you're missing 2 or 3 of the weekly powerful drops, then at least you can target specific ones to kind of ignore and other ones to focus on. From 540 onwards, Dreaming City, the Last Wish raid, the Nightfall, Prime Engrams and Exotics will be the best possible sources of getting, you know, maybe 5 or even up to 10 power as an increase every single time. And bear in mind that things like the raid especially will give you the best drops. So I hope that clears some stuff up. There are specific drops definitely worth chasing down, especially if you're going to miss some out. And hopefully that also explains why sometimes you see a piece of gear drop that's actually lower than one that you already have in that slot. It's because it's still higher than what your character can achieve at its maximum. It just happens to be lower than the item you already have slotted. So kind of a confusing one, but I hope those couple of tricks help out. For now though guys, that is going to summarize today's reset video. So with a few additional tips, I hope it has been useful. I'll be keeping you guys posted on all of the Forsaken content right here, so if you do enjoy it, be sure to hit subscribe. If you found this video useful, a like below is very much appreciated. Also be sure to check out my sponsor Gamerlink. Definitely have the best app for finding other like-minded players in my opinion, so the link for that will be in the description. But for now guys, I very much appreciate you tuning in as always, and whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome day.